When it comes to airlines, the US has it all, from luxury private jet airlines to, well, the not so luxurious ones. But are low-cost airlines really that cheap by the time you've added on all those extra charges that they're known for? This week I set out on a mission to find out. I'm going to book a flight with Spirit Airlines and find out just how much I can pay extra by adding on every single added fee that they want me to pay. Okay, so here we go. Houston to Chicago. Let's do this. So we're going to look at flights on the 28th of July. And I am going to go for the morning flight, I think, the 9 a.m. flight out of Houston, bright and early, up to Chicago. So immediately we get two prices here. We've got the standard price of $103 and the discounted price of $74. So let's go for $74. You know, well, we want the cheapest price possible, don't we, here? So let's click on that. $74. Actually, even cheaper, $73.09. Amazing. So select your price. Well, of course, I'm going to go for the cheapest one. So let's continue with the Savers Club. I think rather embarrassingly, I might already be a member of the Spirit Airlines Savers Club. Okay, so here we go. First option here. What are we going to add on? One carry-on bag is $49 and up to 5 checked bags from $49. I don't need 5 checked bags, but I'm going to add on one carry-on because I want to put my carry-on on. And I'm going to add on one checked bag as well. So the bags total becomes $98. So that's already costing us a load more. Right, now we get to choose our seat. And depending on where we want to sit on the plane, it looks like we pay a different price. So we can do everything. The cheapest we can do here is $14 for the seats right at the back here, row 39. I'm not going to do that. It's an Airbus A321. That's cool. We've got $40 for an exit row, $24 for here, $40 for here, $35 for up here, and then $40 up at the front. But then we've got these seats here. These are the big front seats that they sell, which are like, well, I don't know. They're kind of like the bigger seats than normal ones. But let's go for that. Let's do the big front seat. $53. Boom. Oh, let's splash out here. We are going to make it refundable. Cancel any time up to 24 hours before and get a full refund. $56. Go on then, we'll add that. We can't shortcut security, but we are going to do... Oh, there we go. Because we've got the carry-on, we get to do shortcut boarding as well. So it's $56 to get a refundable ticket, which is cool. And then we are going to... Yeah, let's add the insurance because it's Spirit and we don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to apply for the Spirit Airlines credit card because that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it, pulling that thing out? Hey everybody, look at my flashing my Spirit Airlines credit card. So that's going to cost us $301.10. $301. The base fare originally was $73, remember, so we're paying more money than we actually should have had anyway. So let's pay for this. Noel, you're going to Chicago. Amazing. We're going to have a look and see how much I would have paid for that flight had I gone on, I don't know, a respectable airline instead. So I'm going to look for exactly the same date, and we're going to go for a one-way trip from Houston to Chicago. So we could have flown there on American Airlines for $109. So that would have saved us $200. I don't know whether they would have included a bag with that or not, but let's have a look at first class. Oh no, I'm regretting now what I've just done. So we've paid $301 to fly on Spirit Airlines. We could have also paid $294 to fly first class on United. Up there, and we could have got an A321neo for that. They're brand new planes with everything that we've already bought included in that, and it would have still been cheaper. So okay, so we're paying more than first class on United to fly on Spirit. Oh, okay, well, let's get to the airport and let's take a flight with Spirit. Goodness me. Right then, welcome to Houston Intercontinental Airport. Time to go and see what we get for our first class fare effectively on Spirit Airlines. Right, so the first thing that I've bought extra I'm going to be using today is my checked bag. And actually I don't have a bag to check in for Spirit because I'm going like just for one night. I've just got this, so I'm going to check something else in. I'm going to check in a sausage, and it's a proper one as well. It's a Texas one. Proper smoked sausage from Texas for barbecuing. We're going to check that in and see if it survives our flight. Alright, they won't let me check in my sausage. It's a bit of an issue. Apparently it's not packaged properly, so I can't actually check the sausage in. So I've got to carry it myself in my bag and look like a fool now as I go through security, going through TSA with a sausage. Let's go and let's go and get airside. The queue for security today was absolutely massive and presumably wouldn't be helped by a guy trying to smuggle a huge sausage on board, but thankfully with my clear and pre-check I skipped the line and got straight through, until of course my sausage was spotted by the security staff.
Anything sharp or fragile in your bag?
Right, so my sausage is causing more problems today. Security there, they thought it was a deadly weapon, so I got pulled aside at TSA for extra screening of my sausage. Thankfully, they found out it wasn't a deadly weapon and they've let me go with it. So I've still got my sausage for now, at least, until somebody else takes it off me later. I need coffee. It's too early in the morning for this. I also need to figure out where I'm actually going because I've just gone to completely the wrong part. So oh, caffeine.
Noel, Melinda.
Thank you.
Yeah, Melinda.
Coffee in hand, it was time to head to the Spirit Airlines gates, and to be honest, I was just glad I'd had caffeine by this point, as the entire concourse resembled a cattle market at this time in the morning. Still, thanks to paying for my priority boarding, I was at least able to take my rightful place in Zone 1, or at least I would be soon, after we'd all received the standard telling off by the Spirit gate agents.
At this time, if you're not pre-boarding, please do not form a line in the Zone 1 boarding lane until I have called for Zone 1 guests, please and thank you. Following my pre-boarding guests, Zone 1 guests traveling 1624 to Chicago, you're now invited to board through the Zone 1 boarding lane. Zone 1 guests does include my guests who purchase a carry-on along with my Spirit Gold members. Zone 1 guests, welcome aboard.
Hi, good morning, Noel.
Eventually though, it was time to head down the jet bridge to begin my journey on the Yellow Peril.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, welcome.
1A, thank you. Alright then, welcome on board the Spirit Airlines A3 something, A320 today, it looks like, up to Chicago, and of course we have paid for every single thing that we can on this flight. I am in the best seat on the plane. This is called the big front seat, and it's basically a seat that's big. It's a Spirit Airlines seat. There's just more leg room and a bit more padding in the seat, so you don't get a numb bum. But yeah, there's not really much to say. We have a table, and for some reason, because I don't think they serve food on Spirit, but that's pretty much it. The leg room is slightly better than what you get in the back, I guess, and the seat isn't like sitting on an ironing board, so it's not quite as bad.
Eventually though, the doors were closed, we pushed back from the gate and got on our way for our flight up to Chicago. Our route today then took us north out of Houston, crossing Arkansas, Missouri and Illinois before starting an approach into Chicago from the west. Flight time today was 1 hour and 59 minutes, cruising at 37,000 feet.
Right then, airborne from Houston, heading north now to Chicago. I've just had an offer come up to buy some Wi-Fi on my flight, so of course I've bought that as well. They've got two options, a cheaper option and a more expensive one. Of course, we're buying everything we can on this flight, so $15.99 I just paid for the Wi-Fi, which is about double roughly what you'd pay for on United for Wi-Fi, but let's see if it's any good. Right, so Spirit sell this as the fastest Wi-Fi in the sky. Let's see what it's like. Hey, we've got 120 meg. Wow, that's actually pretty quick. That is one of the fastest I've had. I think JSX is similar. They use Starlink. I don't know who Spirit use, but that's pretty quick. 120 meg. Pretty decent, really. And we're seeing as though we're using the Wi-Fi here on the flight, I think it's a good point to introduce this week's video sponsor, Surfshark. Now, whenever I'm travelling, you all know me by now, my favourite thing to do when I'm away is surfing. But not in this stuff, this is all wet and cold and horrible. No, surfing the interwebs. And whenever I'm surfing the interwebs while I'm travelling, it's great to have Surfshark by my side to protect my internet connection wherever I am in the world.
Surfshark's a VPN that secures and encrypts your internet access wherever you are in the world. If you're on public Wi-Fi, it protects you from people or companies snooping on your internet access. Some governments even block access to certain websites, but with Surfshark you can connect through a different country, so you're still able to access the websites that you know and love. It also has a great benefit of letting you change the location that you appear to anywhere else in the world, meaning watching your favourite streaming shows on the go is even easier. I can sit here on a beautiful beach and catch up on The Office on Peacock for the 15th time, because that's apparently what happens when you watch The Office. Right now, Surfshark are giving you 4 months free when you use my promo code Noel Phillips at surfshark.deals/Noel Phillips. That's surfshark.deals/Noel Phillips.
Buttlicker! Our prices have never been lower!
Anyway, back to the video. Alright then, so of course we have to buy everything we can, and everything on board this flight, meal-wise, is buy on board. So I've paid $8 for a coffee and a muffin, and it's not just any muffin, it's a Spunkmeyer muffin, Otis Spunkmeyer. So I'm not going to eat my spunk muffin right now. I'm going to save that, I think, for later, because I did just eat my Starbucks down in the airport. I might fancy a spunk muffin later, but for now I'm going to have just my black coffee, because caffeine is, of course, always appreciated, especially when you're flying Spirit Airlines at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's time for the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
Right then, one amenity you don't have to pay for on Spirit is the loo, and I believe this may be the first ever time I've done a Spirit Airlines loo review, and here we go. It's not too bad. This is a little loo at the front of the A320neo. We've got no smoking or vaping in lavatory. That's a new one. Normally it's just no smoking signs. They haven't caught up, but Spirit are with the times, and you can't vape in here either. We've got a nice sink down here. We've got a push bin there, and a nice load of things like that, tissues, things, soap down there, toilet down there, toilet paper only, and actually loo covers as well. So if you don't want to sit your bare bottom on the seat, then you can put a bit of paper down first. Oh, very nice, very thoughtful, Spirit. Anyway, I'm going to use the facilities and get back to my seat, I think.
That was the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
Alright then, started our descent down into Chicago. We should be on the ground in about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. As we started our approach into Chicago, I was pleased that my ride on Spirit was almost over, even if I couldn't help thinking how I could have been paying less money and be on board a United first class flight right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spirit Airlines would like to be the first to welcome you to Chicago, where the local time is approximately 11:05 a.m.
So then, what was the final tally for flying on Spirit Airlines, and how does it compare to a first-class flight on United on the same day? Well, the base fare is of course quite different, but then pretty much everything else after that costs extra with Spirit. Now, I won't include the travel insurance element of $21, as I don't know what that costs on United. The only thing not included with United though would be the Wi-Fi, unless like me you've got T-Mobile, in which case it's free. You also get a full hot meal on United and alcoholic drinks as well, which is a lot better than the spunk muffin and coffee that I had on Spirit. Don't forget as well, this is the fare I paid being part of the Spirit Savers Club. Without that, Spirit's an extra $30 again, making them significantly more expensive than a first class flight on United would have been.
At carousel number 2 for your check luggage. Have a great day.
Thanks a lot, have a good day. Thank you. But of course it's all relative, and if you did just want a space on a flight with no bags, no food, and well, nothing else really, well, Spirit can be quite a lot cheaper, but you do have to bear in mind that a seat on a plane is all you will get for the cheapest price. But which would you prefer out of these two options? Let me know down in the comments. Hi there, welcome to Chicago after another successful flight with Spirit Airlines, paying for literally everything that I could. Was it worth it? Well, probably not, because for the amount of money you pay, you might as well go on an actual real airline and get real service and everything with it. And I didn't even get to check in Miss Sausage, but the good news is Miss Sausage has made it intact, thanks to the fact that I was carrying it myself. Yeah, they don't check in sausages. That's the only thing. But if you pay for your whole baggage on Spirit and you want to check in a sausage, you can't do it. Anyway, let me know what you thought to Spirit down in those comments. Would you fly on Spirit? Would you pay on Spirit if you could check your sausage in? Will that make a difference? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. But as always, thanks so much for watching. Take care, be kind, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.